Top of the tops, man. Top of the tops, top of the tops. Back in this thing like cook cracking this thing, man. It's TNN, Trap News Network. Good news you can use, good knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college, big dog. Hit that like, hit that comment, hit that good subscribe button. Everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. It's that good knowledge you ain't finna get in nobody's college. You feel me? You feel me? Hit that like, hit that comment, hit that good subscribe button for everything we got going on here at TNN Trap News Network. You feel me? You feel me? We finna slide into this good Kantiana. Big shout out to Young and Hefe, man. I'm giving y'all this Young and Hefe style content real quick this morning. You feel me? Young and Hefe don't care about nothing but what the checks say, man. But we finna slide over here and talk about Rat Run Hunter has Shannon Sharp's penile on his mind. Why is Rat Run Hunter obsessed with Shannon Sharp's penile? We're not 100% sure, but we finna jump into this content without no further ado or don'ts, man. We finna slide into this content. Let's get into it. Let's go.
Makes sense. That don't seem like his character.
I don't know. Not my goat.
Yeah, that didn't seem like.
Now Shannon Sharp. I don't know. Shannon Sharp, he's a freaky frog.
There's nothing wrong with being a freaky frog. You are too.
Yeah, it's true. But I'm luckily not doing it with 19-year-olds for the most part.
Listen, there's nothing wrong with having sex with a 19-year-old.
That's true. But when you're doing it on camera, at least I feel somewhat protected. If you're having freaky BDSM relationships with random 19-year-old OnlyFans girls, that might not necessarily be the best for business.
I think
he stepped down from ESPN.
No, I think that I just said that a couple hours ago. I think that where he went wrong at is he was falling into this. He was dealing with them young girls like that because he always wanted to feel dominant, right? He wanted that dominant role, right?
You don't need to say anything to explain to me why a man would want to fuck a 19-year-old hot OnlyFans girl. This is like human desire.
No, what I'm saying is though, is this, right?
19, little young.
What I'm saying is people got to understand, you could be mid-stroke, and when she says no, if you take 5 more pumps, that's a rape.
It's true.
They even have marital rape. Just because that's your wife don't mean you can do it when you want to do it. With me, the word no is like a fuse box.
It's like a gong going off.
Everything shuts off.
Yeah. No, that's how you have to treat it for sure. But let's keep in mind, it's not like there's video recordings of the average sexual experience. So it's like these lines all get blurred, and it's super easy for a girl to say that.
No, that text message is crazy.
Yeah. Well, but
I told you to wear rubber. I told you not to put it in my, and I told you no several times. And he responds, we'll talk about it later. Mm-hmm. And then the audio of it'll be and I think he was just that they were playing. It'll be a big black dude choking a little white woman. So you put those together, and it's starting to look crazy. Put those together with Disney,
right? It's
starting to look crazy.
Yeah, Disney ain't going for that.
Yeah, and I think with her, where she screwed up at was he offered her $10 million, right?
Crazy. That's way too much.
No. But I'm gonna tell you why. She screwed up. He offered the $10 million because he knew he had this $100 million play coming, right? So what she does is come at him with the $50 million and exposes it. Now that you had exposed it, he ain't gonna get the $100 million to be able to give you the $10 million. Nevertheless, the $50 million. She should have let him close the $100 million deal and then came at him. So you screwed him and screwed yourself.
Right.
He's not going to even have the 10 to give to you now.
She might not have the best business sense given that
you get what I'm saying?
Like 20.
She should have let him close the $100 million deal.
But she's tapped in with Busby, who's apparently some sort of goat at these things.
We wasn't a goat with shit. Our goat out-goated his ass.
Well, he failed with
Shout out Jigga.
Yeah.
Right? 444, best album in the world.
But Busby does have a lot of scalps. He's put in a lot of damage.
Yeah, I think they jumped the gun. They should have let him close that deal before exposing these things. At least get paid something up front.
But you know that this is easy ammunition for anybody who looks at the game and says, "Look what they did to R. Kelly. Look what they did to Jay-Z, or what they attempted to do to Jay-Z." I mean, the powers that be that want to basically strike down powerful black men. Shannon Sharp easily fits into the mold that a lot of people believe.
Tell you, I'm gonna be real. This is I've been like really studying that. The more power you get, the more position you get, the more business you do, the simpler you have to be.
Yeah. A lot of truth to that. That's why all those Diddy
as
sex
that
parties
goes up, you have to dumb yourself down.
And that's why the Diddy party thing, like he gets so successful that his sex parties just keep getting crazier and crazier. Jay-Z had the right mentality. Is like you get way more low key as you become a billionaire.
Jay-Z ass would be. He would Beyonce. If he show up to the damn party, he's showing up to the party with Beyonce.
Yeah.
But ain't nobody gonna say they left with Jay-Z. You know what I'm saying? I believe in bringing sand to the beach.
Now, let's tap in with a few key points, man. The number one thing that was said that I want to agree with is a woman's no is a woman's no. You could be in mid-pump. Don't you get that other boy, you better get up out of there. That no better be like her telling you that she burning down there and you get the fuck out of there, big dog. Get the fuck out of there. If she say no, you could be in mid wooty wop, wooty bam. She can have it in her mouth. She can say, you know what, I don't want to do this no more. Just let me finish, let me finish. None of that. None of that. You better go in there and get acquainted with Pamela Anderson, with Angela Lee. You feel me? Angela Lee. You feel me? You better go ahead and get into the Maya Angelou. You better go ahead and get into that. You feel me? So I'm gonna throw that in there. When you're dealing with these white tee women, and you know, with any woman in general, honestly, it's not even just the white tee women. When you're dealing with women in general, fellas, you better protect yourself. Proof of consent is everything. Proof of consent is everything. I'm not saying you gotta record every, you know, salacious act you involve yourself with a woman, but you might want to cross them T's and dot them I's, big dog, because here you have Shannon Sharp in what looks like a role play situation gone bad. And I want to point out the fact that what does the world come to when Adam 22 even notices that it's an agenda against powerful black men and to get them up out of this spotlight and get them up out of these power positions in this media space. Adam 22 even noticed that, so there's that. But we're gonna jump back into this content. Let's see what they got going.
Like, you know, some of y'all are stuck with what you stuck with because you've been with her for years and things have changed because she got comfortable. I'm bringing sand to the beach, bro. That's it. I'm like, you're not finna say no.
And that's why every time it creeps into my mind, like maybe I should have my own OnlyFans and I should just random girls and sell that content. And then I remember that because my wife is there every single time I shoot content, it basically is like a safety blanket that protects me from having to deal with, you know, potential vengeful, insane, psychotic women that might want to accuse me of whatever, because I've got Lena there as a hall monitor and someone who can basically like be there to say, no, this didn't happen. And as well as like the other employees, the filmer, etc. But you know, there's just too much risk associated with it when you're just fucking random women. And especially like her, she's got no skin in the game. She's not famous. You're such an easy come up for someone like Shannon Sharp. But did you see that he, I guess, paid off some sum of like a couple $100,000 to a ESPN employee or cameraman that he choked out at one point? So it sounds to me like he's into this BDSM. My concern, but that's not BDSM if you're just choking a random person on the job. But all I'm saying,
he choked her on the job.
I think so. I don't want to fall. I don't want to fall for the Busby propaganda machine that may or may not be in effect here, because you know this is what they do. They charge you with something and then they trickle out more and more bad news every day afterwards. A slow drizzle, I believe, until your reputation is in the dirt. I don't want to fall for that, but it does appear that maybe this has been a problem for him for a while.
I believe right now, Shannon should just, I gave this advice to Puffy, he didn't take it. Shannon should just step out with his boyfriend and let people know I'm bisexual, but this is who I'm with. And every now and then I experience my wild side.
You think he's a zest monster?
I definitely think he's bisexual.
Why do you think that? Just because his pants fit weird or whatever, that one meme?
His mannerisms. His mannerisms, and I think he's bisexual. I mean, and
but you're not basing that on anything besides just the fact that
I thought I would never say.
He looks weird sometimes.
I'm gonna say something I thought I would never say.
Sure,
but I gotta keep it real. I listened to Tasha K the other day. Her take on Shannon.
She had a good one, and
she broke down how he takes. First, it was the stylist to the basketball games. Now he's taking the cameraman without a camera places. They both got their little boy bags going on, and he made a he's never out with women like that. He's always, he's taking. It ain't like he's taking his team. It's like these people, and they seem a little zesty. And he slipped. You got the content, right? Because I got the content.
What content? We got the work.
I got to work.
What?
That's a fact.
Sex tape. Gay sex tape?
You want to work?
Sure. Send me the gay sex tape.
No. This right here.
Oh.
Ain't no getting out of this. And this is right here. Tasha K, this was good content. I think I kind of became a first time I watched her content like this, but this shit is diabolical.
Listen, if you've been in a car accident.
Hold on, where is it at? This is diabolical, bro.
Okay.
I know where it's at. Perfect one. Okay.
You may forget some things, but you don't slip up and say things like this.
When Uncle say he want to date younger men, they kill me. What they say? What the women? What? Yeah, when I said I want to date younger women, what I said? Oh, when I want to date.
See, this how this works, bro. When I go to talking about soul food,
that was
what's
a Freudian
good,
slip right there.
Look, what's good when I go to talking about soul food, right? Because I don't eat like pig feet, chitlins, and hog maws.
You said you don't eat meat in general.
No, I don't. But even when I was like, I don't eat those things when it comes to the soul food, right? I'm never gonna be like, yo, you know what's bomb? Chitlins. I'm never gonna say because my mind doesn't register that.
You know what's bomb?
Listen. You're weird.
I'm just not going to say that by accident, though. You're right. Yeah.
You're weird.
Well, I was
right?
saying it for.
But he said
there. Yeah.
He said they're talking about Tracy Ellis who dates younger men. He said, but you know, when I'm talking about himself, want to date younger men, for your mind to register and say you want to date younger men. That's part of your mental, bro. You're in that lane. I agree with her. I gotta agree with her, bro. I gotta agree with her. We ran the content on the Hunter side, and I'm like, yo, you doing something. I believe he's bi. I don't think he's all the way. I believe he's bi.
Well, given how these things normally go.
I think for every 7 women he's with, he got 3 dudes.
Oh, that's a pretty solid ratio, though.
I don't know nothing about
that's not even really gay.
Solid. I mean, I don't know what you talking
about. If you're fucking women 70% of the time, that's not gay.
No, any acts with man on man is gay.
Okay, fine. All right, I agree with that.
Yeah. Now, barnacles. 70% of the time still makes you of that preference. Adam 22. Let's just start with that. You know what I'm saying? 70% of the time, it's not 100% of the time. So if you are with a man, 3 out of 10 experiences, you know, whatever your business, but that would constitute you to be yeah, you like what you like reference area. This is where it got interesting to me. First of all, Tasha K, shout out to her, big love to her, big love to Tasha K. She a woman. So it's always interesting to me when a man, especially when it comes to another, first of all, a man interested in another man's bedroom activities, always weird. Always weird. And we all know that Wack is king of the PEN15 pic. We know that Wack is king of the PEN15 pic. Wack is always trying to call somebody, you know, it's words you gotta watch on YouTube to keep your monetization. I'm trying to clean my channel up a little bit, but Wack is always, you know, talking about somebody's bedroom activities as far as man-on-man activities. But why do you have so many, male-on-male things in your phone? Like, that's the part about that whole thing I just don't understand. That's the part about the whole thing I just don't understand, bro. Like, why do you have so many male-on-male activities going on in your mind, in your phone, and all this kind of stuff to where Adam not even bringing it up? Well, I think he's this. Like, what, nigga? Like, his you know, preference in the bedroom wasn't even a topic, wasn't even up for judgment or discussion. And you just came out the window, well, I think he's this. Why are you so concerned? I never understood that unless you're concerned for reasons of interest. Why men be so interested in other men? Like, in 2025, we're going to stop making that cool for content. Men being interested in other men. Oh, I think he's this. Oh, I think he's that. That's girl talk. That's literally girl talk. That's literally beauty shop talk, nail shop talk. That's literally the definition of girl talk. Y'all niggas is so caught up in it. Oh, it's for content, it's for content, it's for content. Y'all forgot what girl talk is. Remember when your mama and your aunties used to be talking and be like, man, get from up under the women and go be around your daddy? Or maybe some of y'all didn't hear that. Maybe that's a problem. Maybe some of y'all was never told. Hey, fellas in the chat, let me know in the comments if somebody ever told you as a kid, hey, get from up under them women, man. Go be around the boys. Go get from up under the women. Go be around your, go play outside with the boys. Go be around your daddy. Let me know. You feel me? Because maybe that's a lost art in our society and in our culture. Because you know, niggas is having grown ass men is having girl talk. So you know, that's that. There's never been anything. I'm gonna say it once. I'm gonna say it twice. There's never been anything about another man's PEN15 that's made me interested. Where he's sticking it, videos of it, pictures of it, thoughts of it, topics of it. None of it. None of it. Even when FLAKKO made his comment, was like, yeah, I've S the D before. Your business. Is it crazy? Yeah. Am I gonna make a big deal about it and throw a fucking parade about it? No. No. Because in my mind, even in the quote unquote of I'm exposing you, I'm embarrassing you, listening to him talk about how he's enjoying S and a D is not my idea of entertainment. That's not my idea of cool content. That's not my idea of, ooh, let's talk about this. But like, what the hell? When did that become content? When did that become the vocal point of, you know, driving content and anything that we got going on as far as rap news, media news, whatever, blah, blah, blah. That's literally girl talk. That's literally girl talk gossip. And not only is it girl talk gossip, why would I ever be interested in that particular topic? Why are y'all interested in that particular topic? It's weird. It's weird. Red dots to the left. Be better today than what you were yesterday, but be better today than what you were yesterday. Be even better tomorrow, but today be at your best. Red dots to the left. You know the rest, and it's free. Avenue Angel Tweets free. We gone.